Hello and good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. So I've had some new product land on my desk, kind of yesterday, but I'm going to play with it today. It's the new stencil set it's called Loveliest Layers, and it's in the mini catalogue. I will show you the details of it in a second. It's on my desk. And so yeah, I'm kind of in the mood after last night to do something quite vintagey and pretty, but getting back to stamping stuff, you know, because yesterday was quite weird doing 3 cards without any stamping. But so I'm just picking up some stuff that I've dropped. But no, it was a really great challenge and I really enjoyed it. So for those of you who missed last night, I will do a little recap and show you the cards that I made using my new kit. Yeah, I've had some more sales today, but there are some left. So if you do want that kit, it is still available. Unfortunately, I can only post to the UK, and countries that Stampin' Up! Are available in Europe, but you need to contact me because there'll be an extra postage cost. Right, hello everybody. Hello Jodie Lousman, lovely to see you. Oh, long time no see, great to see you. Hi Diane, hi Janice. I'm working backwards. Hi Shaz, Mindy, Georgiana, Patricia, Nessa. Who else? Janice. Oh, yes. I'm just going to see if I can grab. So I've just realized I've got very dry lips, and I've had dry lips all day. And I was hoping that I'd left one of my lip balms here. Oh, I've got some of the, this is the Neal's Yard Wild Rose stuff that brilliant. I'm glad I left that here. Yeah, you know, when the weather starts to get cold and then you can feel that crack appear, you know, you can feel it on your lip and you're like, oh no, gotta get that dealt with. Anyway, there we go. And like, I'm sure I have loads of lip balms all over my house, but can I find one when I need one? It's one of those things. All right, so I was going to choose maybe some nice turquoises to go with my Stamped One Sheet Wonder, and maybe some nice Coastal Cabana, and then some other vintagey kind of colours. Go for a bit of crumb cake, a bit of Sahara sand maybe, or maybe even some soft suede. Right, done that, grab that. I'm going to get some cardstock and then we're going to start stamping. So let's see who else is on here. Is that a record? Hold on, what's going on? What's going on? I missed something. Oh, you were first on live tonight. Yes, you were. Yeah. I was going to say, usually it's Vicky, but Vicky's obviously... Oh, there you are, Vicky. I've just seen you. Yeah, I'm the same way with dry lips. Just use my lip balm. Yeah, good. It's good stuff. Right. I'm going to grab a bit of Very Vanilla. And I'm also going to put my hair back. I only put it down because I know you guys like to see it down. But I don't actually like to work with it down because it gets in my face. I don't like it. Right, is there anything else that I need? Just need my chair. Hi Jazzy retired lady. I know she's keeping busy though. Yeah, she's keeping busy. I know. Right. Oh, I've also got the new brushes. That's partly the reason why I'm doing this stenciling. It's because I have new brushes. So I've got I just want to show you, compare them. This is the ones that we've had for a few months now, this size, and then these are the little baby mini ones. So right, just try to tidy my desk up a little bit. So I also have this stamp set out because I wanted just to stamp this in the background in a pale colour. So I'm going to do some stamping off, I think. Hello, Brian. Brian. Can't believe Brian's watching. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Hold on. I saw Brian comment and then he disappeared. What happened there? Brian's comment disappeared. I was reading Brian's comment and then it went. Has someone, has Vicky, has Vicky banned him? Plan to hit YouTube running this week. Oh, brilliant, Janice. Good for you. I'm in trouble with Brian. Oh no. Oh no. What have I done? It's not hard for me to get in trouble with Brian, I have to say. Probably thought it was a troll. Hello, Hilda. Oh, we deleted it. I was halfway part reading it. Well, yeah, I was kind of just clocked that he'd done a message and then it went. Lovely to see you, Hilda. You don't often catch me in a live, do you? Well, you don't seem to comment on a live anyway. I usually get your comments after. Anyway, lovely to see you. How are you? Right, stamp off. He was threatening you with a coppers. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it's about a dream he had. Oh, I see. I'm going to have to stand up for this. You're watching while you have some lunch. Oh, hello, Miss Cindy. Right, so I know some of you have contacted me about the workshop on Saturday. I have just not got round to sending out the Zoom. I have created the Zoom, so there we go. I'm a step ahead. But I've just not got round to emailing everybody who's donated yet. But don't worry, I will very methodically go through all the emails that I've had from you guys over the last week or so and get those Zoom information sent out. It's still not too late to book on if you want to. It's sorry, my brain is just a little bit slow. I'm thinking of things to say, but it's just not, my mouth is not quite engaging with my brain right now. I was hoping he will give you some dollars to celebrate your 10 years with Stampin' Up. Oh, you're going to get the lovely badge, Vicky. Yes, congratulations, Vicky. Vicky's done 10 years with Stampin' Up. It's her 10-year anniversary. Maybe for her 10-year anniversary, she'll start doing videos on YouTube. Yeah, go on, Vicky. You can do it. I'm allowed to say that. We want Vicky to show her gorgeous... Did you know Vicky makes such lovely, lovely cards, but she's not very good at sharing. Are you, Vicky? You're not very good at sharing what you make. I mean, she sends people cards. Oh, Melanie! Lovely to see you. Oh, been thinking about you, lovely. Right, so I want to show you these stencils. So there's this one. Then there's this set here. Now the reason I've piled these up together is because I want to show you that if you get a bit confused what order to do them in, it's worth just piling them together. Oh gosh, I've got like bits and pieces attached to them now. And then you'll be able to figure out how they go. So there's two leaf stencils. And then two flower ones. Like that. And then the leaf and the flower kind of fits together. Like that. Oh, there we go. You can see the light behind it. Alright, so that's the idea with these ones. So I presume start with the biggest one first. I'm hoping it's going to show up against this. I'm hoping this is going to all calm down a little bit. Anyway, we'll get started and see what happens. Right, I'm going to use my big brush with some Coastal Cabana to start off with. Just get some Coastal on. Now, when you get up to the edge, you have to be very careful not to go over the edge, because that would kind of spoil the effect, really. Okay, so I've got a good coverage there. Now I want to add quite an intense amount of ink to the middle now. Build up that ink there, because I want that to really show up. There we go. Nope. There we go, that way around. So I think these bits actually help to line it all up. There we go. So I'm going to do that one in the Tahitian, and because it's got a smaller area, I'm going to use one of my small brushes. Next time you ride up and down our street riding a trail like without a helmet, I'm reporting you to the coppers. Okay. I catch you up, but don't always say anything. Oh, thanks, Hilda. Oh, it's lovely to see you. Oh, Melanie, it's so good to see you. Are you at home now? So for some of you who are quite new to my channel, you may not know Melanie, but Melanie has been following me for a number of years, and she hasn't been very well lately, so it's really good to see you. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh no, I've got a blanket on my knees. I'm starting to feel the cold a bit. Okay, so back to this one. Do some more up here. So I'm going to bring in the Coastal Cabana again. Okay, you just got to make sure you don't let it move, really. That's the only thing. Just got to kind of hold it firm as you do it. I guess you could put some washi tape if you wanted to, if you're a bit heavy-handed, and or I don't know, yeah, if you find it difficult to put pressure with your fingers. I know some of you folks do struggle a bit with your hands and wrists and things, so you know, if you need to use some washi tape, then that's fine. So yeah, having those dots to line it up is really handy. You've had a delivery, Ruth. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yes, I have. Although, Nessa, I think the things that you want, I didn't get the list until it was too late for this order, so I'll be going on the next order. Sorry about that. Right, I'm just going to do one more in this corner here, I think. Oh no, actually I might do it down here. Got a bit more space down here. Have you been catching Shaz in other lives? Yes, Shaz does get around. Yeah, I go onto people's lives and I see Shaz there as well. It's quite nice, isn't it? This whole kind of like crafting YouTube community. You sort of see folks in other places, and it's nice. Yeah, we can introduce each other to different channels, and it's lovely. Oh, fair enough, Vanessa. Although I do have a voucher sitting here for you right in front of me. So you may not have to save as many pennies as you think. Right, okay, let's stop there now because I want to add leaves. So again, I'm just going to bring back the flower because when I hold that on there, it gives me a better idea of how to place it. So you see that went on there. So I know then that the leaf just pops in there, doesn't it? There we go, like that. But I guess I don't have to do it. I can do it how I want, because I think I'd prefer the leaf coming down this way. Okay. I got out some Pear Pizzazz and mint macaron for this, so as long as I place that on there, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Ooh, that ink was darker than I thought. Oh, look what I've done. See, I told you have to be careful, Ruth. Gosh, it's really easy to go over the line. Right, so be careful, otherwise that happens. Let's hide that. Let's oh. Okay, be very careful. Just do that. A little bit exuberant earlier, wasn't I? Try that way. Okay, so go gentler than I did. You could always put a post-it note, I guess, over it if you're a bit too heavy-handed. If you think you're likely to go over. I guess they designed this for people who are card makers and probably only using a piece of card that's actually this size. Not for me, who likes to do massive big things. All right, we'll go with that. Now I'm actually wondering whether to use the Coastal Cabana over the top. think that's the way. Let me just check the way you're meant to line this up. Okay, so that goes right from the base to the top of that leaf. Okay. I have to admit, I do find this design quite chunky. Don't know if that's the right way to describe it. It's not a delicate design, and I do understand why sometimes it is very difficult to do delicate designs when you're doing stencils or masks like this, because the more fine the design, you're in danger of it lifting. So, you know, I do appreciate that it is tricky to design a more delicate looking stencil, but I'm struggling a little bit with the way that the design is there. I find it a little bit chunky, so I think I might do some more stamping or doodling over the top of it just to give it a bit more detail. For me, it's not detailed enough. But I like the idea of being able to put this like full amount of colour down. It's quite fun. It's just a nice different way of creating a pattern, really. So I'm not knocking it, I'm just sort of letting you know my honest kind of opinion of it. Now, the good thing is that this stencil set is actually free if you spend £45 at the moment. So if you have spent some money during celebration and you thought you'd got all the freebies that you wanted, this is actually an additional freebie that you can earn. So if you did want to place an order in February, this is a little extra. All right, so quite like it. Yeah, I just want something in the middle of that, really. I'm not quite sure what though. I'm gonna have a look at my stuff. Oh, it's a tricky one. Wondering whether to add some leaves with this. I'm thinking a bit of doodling with, I don't know, Bermuda Bay or something. Because I don't have a Tahitian tide Stampin' Right marker. But the Tahitian tide on top of the coastal cabana actually looks like Bermuda Bay. So, hi everyone, to fill in the gaps of flowers, could you rotate the flower stencil and do a light dusting? Yes, yes you could. I did think that. Yes, you could. I bought a Christmas stencil that I really love, but it is flimsy and does pick up in spots. So when you say it's flimsy, is that do you feel the material is flimsy, or is it because it's so detailed, it sort of catches? Because I would say that the material of this mask is really good. I mean, it's really nice and thick. Okay, that's better. Great idea. Thanks for saying that. Yeah, I kind of thought it, but didn't act on it. Okay, so here I'm thinking, now my daughter's been copying a picture that she saw on Pinterest recently of how to draw a flower. And I think it goes a little bit like this. So we do that. Now this might not be quite dark. Oh, it's not dark enough. Hold on. Ooh, I think I might just go for Pacific. Let's go for a bit Pacific point instead. So I think she just did like lines out from the middle and then just did a dot at the end of it. And that is all you do, and you just keep doing it until the whole space is filled up, but you do it different lengths. All right, let's get you guys in it. Sometimes you've got to get the marker flowing. Actually, I might do it with a thicker end. I'll do a few more of these. Oh yeah. I'm just going to do it with a thicker one. Now, please don't tell me that you can't draw and you can't do this, okay? Because this is super simple. It is basically drawing lines from the middle and doing a little blobby thing on the end. Okay, anybody who can hold a pen can do this. Okay, it's just about filling in the gaps. Obviously, the tighter it gets, you just have to be a bit more careful. But there we go. I prefer that. I'm wondering whether just to try and go a bit thicker around the edge here. Let's see. Let's just cover that all up. Okay, let's. Okay, I'm going to do those to start. And then I'm going to just be a bit more careful about what I do in the ones in between. So I'm kind of using the tip of the pen there, being a bit more careful. How cool is that? That's a big improvement. Hey, good. Dare I say I'm glad I didn't get the stencil. Yeah, well, sometimes it's funny, isn't it, that when you watch someone demonstrate a product, you go, nah, not getting that one. Yeah, but then, you know, that's great. It's what they say, horses for courses. You know, we all like different things, don't we? We all have our tolerances for, you know, how fiddly we want to be, and, you know, how detailed we want to get. I'm just going to plug in my phone. Just realised I probably need to plug it in. Oh yeah, I was at 2%. Oh my goodness. That could have been embarrassing, couldn't it? I might have disappeared on you all then. Okay. Oh, it feels like this one needs a bit more now, but it's probably a bit late. I might just do that though. All right, so we've made a start. Now I did grab out some more stamps and stuff, but before I do anything else with stamps, I want to do some texture here. And I think I'm going to grab the Sahara sand. The petals look like they're floating with no connection. That is true. That is true. Might just need to add some extra leaves and things in there to help it all connect up together. Okay. I'm not really bothered about this being all over. I'm just going to do a few of these. I'm wondering if I could do... if I stagger it a little bit. Again, it feels slightly chunky, this stencil, but I think by doing this... oh yeah, that's better. Have a bit of a crosshatch. Love a bit of a crosshatch going on. So, so that line there should come to the middle of that there, right. So the beauty of using a stencil is that, especially when you've already got a nice design down, you don't want to cover it up, you just don't go anywhere near it. You know, I've just sort of skirted around that area there. But it's a great way to fill some areas as well. Okay. What am I doing? So that section needs to come to that middle one. Okay. I'm a bit annoyed with myself for not getting this a little bit straighter, but there we go. Right, so I wanted to stamp some of this. And I think this will just help with the connectivity, as it were. Vicky mentioned it just not looking like it was all connected. Hi, my knit saloon from northern Sweden. Welcome. Great to have you here. Sweden in the house, in the house. Okay, that's a bit better. Okay, starting to look a little bit more like those leaves are a bit more connected to what's happening with the flowers. I feel like I need to doodle around the edge of the flower. There we go, it's a bit better. It's barely there, but it is there. Okay, I'm loving these leaves now. But I want more leaves. Let's put these on. What have I got? Oh, I haven't used mint macaron yet. Makes the flowers stand out more. It does, yeah. Right, sorry, what was I saying about Saturday? So I'm doing a Zoom class on Saturday in aid of the Ukraine. And so if you want to join in on that class, you need to go to my blog, artfulstampin.co.uk, and about 3 posts down is the Bouquet for Ukraine, or the Bouquet for Ukraine post. And in there are details of various charities that you can donate to. So ideally, I do not want to have the money donated to me. I'd rather you just donate it direct to the charity. But if you feel it's easier to do it that way, then that's fine. And then you just need to do a screenshot of the donation, and then I will send you the Zoom details of the class. So the class is at 8 p.m. on Saturday, my time. So whatever the time is with you now on the live, it was 8, 9, 10, 11, 3.5 hours ago. So this reminds you of penned petals. Ah, yes, like a large version of it. Big version of it. Okay, I'm getting happier with it. I'm slowly getting happier with it. Oh, thanks for those, Vicky. Vicky's giving you all the links to my socials. Instagram, Pinterest, everything. Right, so here I've got some crumb cake. Just want to add some of these because they're so gorgeous. I used Sahara sand, didn't I? For the stenciling. So I've chosen crumb cake because I just wanted something to make. I wanted to make sure it kind of stood out. Because there's a lot of competition going on in the background. I know I stamped off Sahara sand, but it still ended up being quite darker than I anticipated. So I'm having to really be careful what I'm choosing. You see, look, that Sahara sand there is really quite strong. Hope I don't sleep in on Sunday morning. No, you better not, Vicky. So for that class, you'll need a variety of floral stamps. and an 8x8 piece of cardstock. Okay, trying to think what else to do now. Oh, sorry guys, my eyes have just gone a little bit weird. I think because I was like looking up and looking down, my eyes have just gone a bit funny. It's because I'm looking down here and then I keep looking up at my screen to read the comments. Just bear with me a sec, guys. Right, I think I need to stamp some of these little blue ones now. These little cuties. And maybe do a little bit more of this coastal cabana. Okay, I'm not going to look at your comments for a little minute. Oh, these are nice. Because I was fearing that I was just having these like great big blobs of blue and I needed something to kind of pull the blue throughout the design. That's better. Right, I feel like though I need some blue dottage. Now I can very easily do that with my pen, my Pacific Point pen here. I'm just gonna do that. This is like splatter dottage. There we go. Turn that around. Woo, look at that. Way to go. I think this pen is particularly juicy right now because I've not used it many times. So dottage. Just defining the edges a bit more here. That's better. Right, so I did some flowers in coastal, didn't I? I'm wondering whether to do something in the Tahitian. Put one of these little stamps. Where's it gone? That one. Now I've just realised I probably should use a stamping mat for this. Just help a little bit with the ink transfer, won't it? Ew, I think I need to re-ink this. I use the corners and it's like, oh, that ink is much darker in the corner. Right, I'm pulling it back. I was starting to worry about this, and then it's starting to look good again. It's got quite an Asian vibe to it. I think using that perfectly detailed stamp set in the background has given it kind of a bit of a interesting kind of like background, isn't it? Right, so the center to that one is that one there. I'm just grabbing some Pacific. Oh, this is really cute because it's almost like a little mini version of these big ones. Like, these are like versions of that one. I think these are going to make some interesting cards. I like those. Okay, I don't know what else it needs. Yeah, I think I'm convinced I need that stamp set now, Vicky, because a friend sent a picture of a card that she'd made using it, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize it had dottage in that stamp set. Oh, fantastic, Jodie. Oh my goodness, it's just so gorgeous. Now, I know this might sound a bit crazy, but I feel like doing this leaf in Pacific Point. It's like I need something bold because we've got these really bold elements here. And to me, they're just sort of taking over a little bit. I'm just going to go for it. Right, I'm going to... This is my like screenshot shot. So if it goes all disastrously wrong, basically we just need to stop at this point here. Oh, thank you. Who said that? There's one you missed. Ta-da! There we go. Hi Cheryl, hi Candy. I'm lurking here in the back bleachers and had to make a comment. I love this one sheet wonder, the colours. Oh, thank you Candy, I appreciate that. Oh, see, that works. Can I just say I love my job? Like, I come on here sometimes and I've got no clue really how it's going to turn out, but I trust the stamps, trust the process, trust the quality of the products, trust my instincts. Just keep stamping and it works out. Make a mess, hang out with my peeps. With the open centers, it's perfect. Thank you. See, look, I'm lining up. You see how I'm lining up that leaf? Look, perfectly with the line that I drew. So it looks like it's coming from behind it. Okay. So although we weren't perfectly happy with those leaves at the beginning, they've made a really nice backdrop for all this detail. So I think my final verdict on these stencils is that they are a really lovely addition to your craft stash, but personally I don't think I could just use them on their own. Like, I'd have to do this with them, you know. And so, to be fair, what other products do you just only ever use in isolation? You know, even our stamps are used on paper. I know that's a bit of a silly analogy, but you know, I think it just goes to show that there are some products that are not meant to just be used on their own, that you can make it yours by doing other things to it. So yeah, the Pacific Point connects everything nicely. Yes. Need to print that as a wallpaper. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna finish there with the Pacific. I think I'm done with that. Oh, I know what I'll do. I feel like I need a bit more Pear Pizzazz in here. So I have got that leaf there that I could use. Look, I'm a mess. Oh, never mind. Oh, bye, Bev. We don't really have any big, bold floral stamps, so these are lovely. That is true, actually. Yeah, no, we don't have really big ones. Oh, this leaf is perfect, actually, because we need just a tiny little leaf to be able to be a bit more kind of specific about where we're going to put things. So this is fabulous. Very nice. Oh, good, Nicole. I only got the masters. They came out as an additional celebration item. Yeah. Funny enough, though, I ordered mine the night before they became on a celebration item, so I actually paid for them because I placed my order right at the end of January, and then they said, "Oh no, we're adding stuff on February the 1st," and it was like in that order it was added. So there we go. But no, I think it was worth me ordering them. I would just sort of bear in mind how I use them. It'd be interesting to maybe do a whole sheet of backgrounds of them, and then maybe do some additional stamping as well. I mean, I've just done 3 flowers, but yeah, it'd be interesting to do more. Right, yeah, I'm happy with what I've done with this little Pear Pizzazz leaf. Just needed a bit of extra Pear Pizzazz. There we go. Don't know if it needs some extra dottage or not. Oh, I know. I have got these tiny little things here. Hello, Miss Joanna. Thank you. Right, I'm thinking a little bit more of the Tahitian, because I've been doing Pacific there, so let's do a bit of Tahitian. See if this shows up. If it doesn't show up, then I may have to do something else. But so I'm just looking to add little bits of extra detail. Oh, look, this is useful for kind of where the leaf looks like it's floating away from the flower. I'm just going to put some of these little things in. Sorry, I know it's probably barely noticeable to you guys, but I can see it. All right. Just want to tidy up something. Where's my cloth? Where's my cloth? This circle here doesn't look like a circle. The way I coloured it was a bit rough. I'm just going to tidy that up. Maybe add a few little dots inside. That's better. Tidy that up a bit as well. You know, I was telling you about a YouTube channel I discovered about a guy who went around that mansion that was derelict. Wow, I was really sad to see a British guy, similar YouTube channel. He just kind of goes to places as a bit of an adventurer. He was showing a mansion that Johnny Depp and somebody else was building in the UK that's been left derelict. It's really sad. And this gorgeous pool. It even had, I think it had an underground bunker as well, and also a tunnel from the house to like near the man-made lake. There was a man-made lake with fish and everything. Yeah, so anyway, you know, I like to tell you about my YouTube finds. But no, I was really sad about that. I thought, oh man, that's very wasted. Anyway, they were there, and then they tripped an alarm, so the police turned up. Yeah. So they were escorted off the premises. But, yeah. Right. You know, Ruth, the ink is supposed to go on the stamp. Yeah, I know. And on my hands. Of course. She's doing in school. I love you. I can show it to Tom tonight. I'll go, Tom, look. Love the colours. All your paper's brilliant. Thank you for all the beauty. Oh, you're so welcome, Marilyn. Well, I love the opportunity to share it with you. I enjoy the opportunity to share it with you. Right, I think a little bit of dark dottage now. So let me see if I've got my early espresso pen here. Let me just double check. Oh no, that's basic black. Oh no, early espresso was on my desk from yesterday. So I'm just going to add a little bit of darker dottage now. Because I can. And I did want to go down that very vintage route. The kids at school draw on their hands. Yeah. My son sometimes comes home with pen marks all up his hands and his arms. I mean, he's 15, mind. But I think sometimes they think it's a bit of a game at school and they start drawing on each other. There we go. Now, I did wonder about putting some script on this. The one from Quiet Meadow, I was thinking. What do you think? think it could take some of that nice script? I am a big kid. Oh, totally, Vicky. Totally. Yeah, what do you think? Some of that type... Oh, even better. No, the script from Queen Bee. Honeybee. Honeybee. No, not Honeybee. Queen Bee. Oh, I've just realised that Queen Bee is $1 million sales stamp. I didn't realise that. Laura Milligan. Well, Laura Milligan, thank you so much, because you have brought so much joy to us through this stamp set. It's utterly wonderful. Right, I think I need a bit of soft suede. I don't think crumb cake is going to... Oh, shall I try crumb cake and see how I go? We'll see how it goes, and then if I need to go darker, I will. Don't want it everywhere, just want it in different areas, you know. It's just a bit of a texture. Doing it full strength. I'll have to make cards in this direction now, won't I? That's okay. I can live with that. Yes, says Vicky. A very inspirational big kid. Wow. Well, I've often said on my channel, and I will say it again for those who've not heard it before, that the art of creativity is to embrace playing. You've got to keep playing as an adult, because playing is so vital for learning and for problem solving. And I think when adults actually embrace playing into their adulthood, it helps them be a much more stable person. There we go. That's nice, actually. It breaks up a little. I was feeling that these were a bit too dark, so that just made the paper directional. Yes, it did, Cheryl. It's this way up now, everybody, okay? And I think I am slightly regretting not doing it in a darker colour. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you there, guys, for that. I will go over the colours, though. So we used, for the stencils, we used Tahitian Tide, Coastal Cabana and Pear Pizzazz. Oops, Pear Pizzazz. Okay, so that was in the initial stenciling. Then in the background, before I did that, I used Perfectly Detailed with stamped off Sahara sand. So that's kind of like peeking through the background there. Love this step. Love it, love it. Then stenciled these marks with Sahara sand. Probably went in there a little bit too dark, but there we go. Then additional leaves, courtesy of Lighting the Way. 2 Tone Flora for some extra florals in that leaf. And then a finish off with this stamp set here. But if you don't have this one, if you've got Quiet Meadow, that would be fine. That would be absolutely fine. I'm wondering whether to have a little bee hanging about in there now. And yeah, so I had first play with the new mini brush. I can see how that would be useful for these these masks, because they are small. They haven't allowed a lot of room around the edge of these, to be fair. So you do have to be a bit careful. Oh my goodness, look how mucky that is. You do have to be a bit careful when you get to the edges, unless of course you just cut your cardstock to that size. But then you wouldn't really, because you'd want to be able to hold it down. I suppose you could use it in your Stamparatus. Ooh, Oh, that would make sense actually. So if you're just doing one flower and one leaf set, I would use your Stamparatus for that. Yay. Okay, what else do I need to tell you? Yeah, so use the blending brushes, and then I also use the Stampin' Right markers, not that one, the Pacific Point, to create this extra centre to these flowers. And then I also used these to do some splatting. So Pacific Point and Early Espresso. And the additional colours that I used were soft suede. No, did I use soft suede? No, I didn't. I used crumb cake, didn't I? Crumb cake, Pacific Point for that. Did I use a bit of mint macaron? Yes, I did for some of those leaves, but you don't have to. So there we go. Let me just sort this colour order out. There we go, that's better. All right, so there we go. There's your colour scheme. There. Thank you. Is the small blending brush what you've got in your hand? Yes. So that's the smallie. And that's the biggie. Look at it, the mommy and the baby. Sorry, I'm being really silly now. Yeah. Do they kiss? Oh, yes. Oh. Have you ever done that? It like, oh, that's really satisfying. It kind of like the hairs go into each other. It's like no noise ASMR. I should just do videos doing this, shouldn't I? People get millions of views. Do you think I should do that? Can you hear it? Oh, that's so satisfying. And then they whisper as well. I'm just brushing my brush. There we go. There's a little bit of free ASMR for you. Right, everybody. Goodness. I'm sorry. I'm very silly sometimes. Just sometimes you get me on a serious day. Sometimes you get me on a silly day. Right. Thank you, Miss Sharon. Lovely to see you. What can I say? God, I love you and leaves you. So if you want the stencils, they are free with a £45 spend. They are called Loveliest Layers. Loveliest Layers. We love that word, don't we? Lovely. It's lovely. You're all lovely. And that's a stamp set. There we go. All right. I'm glad you're laughing. I'm glad you see the joke. Oh, Phoebe! No, Phoebe, come back! Come back! I mean, rewind. Time for that. Yes, indeed, Jane. You see, I was sure I had a decaf coffee. I hope that is not going to keep me up now. I had a very strong decaf coffee. Maybe that's what has made me go a bit silly. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be up till like 3 o'clock now. Right. Take care, everybody. I don't think I have anything else to... Oh, I nearly went without showing you. There was. So, for those of you who didn't see last night's performance, do go and watch how I made these lovelies. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and then this opens up. Ta-da! Okay, so these were the cards I made from my exclusive card kit that I have curated, and I will tell you what's in there. I'm not going to unpack everything, but you get 3 pieces of cardstock, a section of the gold, distressed gold paper. You get 6 by 6 sheets of designer series paper, 3 craft envelopes, and some embellishments. All right, so this is what you get in the package. You also get a handmade card from me, and if I still have some left, so the people who've already, yes I do, you also do get a little wee chocolate in a baggie. I didn't tell you guys that, so it's going to be a surprise for those of you who've already ordered. You get that in the post. So that's $11.99, and that's that including postage. And if you want to watch, obviously, the video and how I made this, that's on last night's video, and it's also on my blog. So the whole blog post that's called the Vintage Rose Kit, something like that. It has pictures and it has the video on there. All right. So I still have got some left over. I would like to sell out rather. How many have I got left? I think I've got 7 left. So yes, and you know, you might want to purchase one for a friend. Just saying, you know, might be someone's birthday and you think they're a crafter, they may enjoy it. So there we go. Right, lots of love everyone, great to see you all, and see you again soon. Bye. If you have any questions, just email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com.